Hi, I've been asked to see if I could give some advice about how to do 360s with clubs and balls. Let's do it! Let me just say this first. I am not going to talk about how to actually do the spin. I do it wrong. I tend to spin backwards with the right hip flexor to make me spin around. Any basic anatomy will tell you that that's just not the best way to learn this. What you should do is use your leg, that is really your quadricep, to push out. That way you get more torque on the spin, and you also don't use a tiny muscle like a hip flexor to do the work. So here's what I'm going to do. Since I'm not telling you about how to do the actual spin itself, I'm going to direct you to a couple of other videos. I'll post those links over there at the side, whichever way they are, and you can check them out. I think they've got some great advice. I can talk to you about how to pull off the throws that allow you to do the spin, however you might accomplish that spin. So there are some pieces of advice that I can give you. All right, clearly, whether you are working with balls or whether you are working with clubs, the key to actually successfully executing the 360 under those props, whether it's one, or whether you throw two, or whether you throw all three, make sure that the spin you're doing is not affecting the throws. A lot of people will think that they have to get that spin done very quickly, and so what they'll do is they'll go 1, 2, and then sort of spin and throw 3 at the same time. And that's a guaranteed way to make yourself get really tired and really, really frustrated. Now, there is a hint I will give you as to how to get those props to come up and down in roughly the same location every time. When you juggle normally, you probably have the props, a set distance from your torso. Okay? For me, a set distance seems to be comfortable right about 10 to 12 inches. I'm comfortable on this plane, located right about here. However, when I go to do the 360 move, what I tend to do is put the pattern out in front of me. The reason that I'm doing this is because it's easier to have more accuracy when you use your entire arm as essentially a lever. Okay? Your shoulder would be the fulcrum. If you actually put the ball here and throw that sucker with your whole arm, then you have more control over where those balls go. If you'll watch any Russian jugglers, they use a lot of arm, especially for their high throws. And again, they have excellent control over their throws, which then lead to, of course, excellent catches. Okay, so this time, watch again. Don't worry about the balls. Watch how my entire arm is being used to execute the throws. Okay? That's key. I tend to do tricks close, but those 360s, I extend my arms just for those throws. Think Russian. I think spotting is very important. When I throw all 3 of them, the cue for me visually that I'm now ready to start the spin is to see the middle ball, the last ball, go up the middle between the 2. Now. 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 When I see that third going up between the 2 that are on the left and right hand sides of my body, that's when I know I can start the spin. I tend to throw right, left, right, then do the spin. I don't think that matters at all. If you're left-handed or you feel more comfortable leading with your left, going left, right, left, I think that's fine also. Make sure you can see all 3 balls in the air before you start the spin. Second thing that I do when I think about spotting. The last ball that I try to really take a good look at as I'm executing the spin is the first throw. So I go like this. 1, 2, 3. I'm looking at that third one to make sure that I know when to start the spin. But I know that when I get back around, I'm going to have to catch the first throw over in this opposite hand. So when I come back around, I need to know where that one is going to land so I can nab it out of the air. So here I go. Russian throws, spot the first, back around. Russian throws, spot the first, back around. Everything I've said about how to execute 360s underneath balls is also going to be true with clubs or rings or anything else for that matter. What makes clubs significantly more difficult than balls is that they are both unforgiving. A couple of whacks on the head with this and you'll be regretting you ever took up 360s. And also, you have to, of course, judge the number of rotations that the club makes before it or they land back in your hands. I tend to do 3 club 360s with triple flips. It's just what I've gotten comfortable and used to. Many other folks do it with doubles. And of course, if you want to be really, really difficult and hard on yourself, you can do it with singles. But as I said, nice high Russian throws, spot those clubs, and make sure that you practice a lot. So, yeah, 360s. Break it down. Go slow. Don't do all 3. Start with 1, then do 2, and sort of keep those principles in mind. Hope this helps a bit. Put this together with the tutorial that you'll watch about how to successfully and accurately do spins, and I wish you the best of luck. Thanks for the request.